from what you've heard now, not what you heard last week, what you heard or what you're hearing now, is it better?
Yes, I began my thoughts, sharing my thoughts by saying that we must be optimistic. Okay, with some degree of optimism, you can achieve better results. Even when you are competent, if you're not optimistic, you might lose ground. So I think I have reason to believe that something better will come up.
You have reason to believe that something better will come up?
From what you see in the every 3 p.m.?
Yes.
This 3 p.m. briefings. Okay, let me come to you, Mr. Obasa. You are a large population registration and document security expert. So you are an expert in 2 areas where INEC is in need. Let us put it that way. Large population registration. That will speak to PVCs and so on. Then document security. That will speak to the other half. What you've heard so far this week, what's been your opinion coming from last week?
Thank you very much. I think there's a disconnect and there's a, I wouldn't say inefficiency, but for want of a better word, I would say lapses and inadequacies of INEC. Because there's no way you can discount document security and large population registration system from elections. They are very crucial and very critical. Somebody sent me a video today, and it was people printing election ballot papers. And I was laughing. And Nigeria is a laughing stock to people, we in document security, because it means that they didn't consider document security. Because if there is document security, definitely, trust me, when people know, it's a waste of time.
But the INEC chairman kind of addressed that when he said that for this particular ballot, it is the polling unit officers that will stamp the dates, and they know that this is for this particular date.
Yes,
so he did address that.
That's so any ballot paper that is not signed by the polling officer of the unit to which it is assigned and dated is invalid. That's so no matter how many people are thumb printing, whatever it is they are thumb printing, it doesn't matter.
But don't forget that. Don't forget that you compromise a system by insiders. Okay. So ab initio, when that document itself is not secured, no matter how much you sign it, it can still be compromised. So when you now when there's a election, what do you call it now? There's some, oh, I won and you didn't win, and this tribunal thing. They go back, they go back to these documents. And then how do you know? It's through the document security system that you're able to know which one is original and which one is not original. Anybody can forge any signature. Okay, for example, now why do you put so much document security in your currency? Because you want to safeguard it so that you know that once you see a fake, you can recognize it on time. So
should INEC go through that kind of high-level security of all the documentation?
Definitely there are simple security systems that you can utilize that even an untrained person in 10 minutes can be trained to spot it. See, there are different levels of security and depends on, okay, for example, now we did the yellow card, and one of the terms of reference was that they want to be so simple that anybody can check without any machine, and we did it. And what do we use? We use ink that changes color, so that once you just rub on it, it changes color. And then it's proprietary technology. And even if I give you that technology, you'll not be able to do it. So it's very simple. So such technologies are there outside. And once you have a system like this and it's not utilized, then it's right from the beginning. It's been compromised.
Is it lack of knowing or just not being able to
I think it's lack of knowing. It's just lack of knowing.
But if, Mr. Lobby, you're another security expert. You spent the bulk of your working career, if not all of it, in the police. Is it not because of this issue of securing documents that INEC is in collaboration with the Central Bank of Nigeria? Is this not why those documents are traditionally kept in the Central Bank? Because it is believed that the Central Bank has stringent security arrangements, since they keep the currencies that Mr. Obasa was referring to earlier.
Yeah, I think the Central Bank is a very secured place to secure documents and valuables. So I think it's not out of place for the INEC to get these documents secured in the CBN even though we have even goals and so forth, they have been secured in the central bank. So I don't think it's out of place. I think it's a right decision.
Yeah, but
what they did was right. It is not out of place, and I think it's the most secure place for us to. And even people, those who have gold and so forth, even World Bank, for instance, the goals have been secured there. So I think it's not out of place for INEC to secure those documents in the CBN.
Well, I think what we're actually trying to look at is, yes, the CBN is secure, but it is now the logistic challenge of moving them and the security challenge of moving them from the CBN to the areas where they're meant to be. I think that's along the lines of what we're asking.
No, you see, whatever they may be, those documents they will still be moved. Whatever they are being stored or kept, they will definitely be moved. What now requires is that the preparedness, the effectiveness of the planning and execution, ensure that taking a proactive action, providing the necessary logistics, the conveyance, how are these actions to be conveyed to the location where they be utilized. So I think institutional logistics, now the chairman has told us, and my friend and Dr. like I just said here, that I think they're 100% ready. I think they've learned from their past experience what happened before 16th. I think we should have confidence in INEC, and we should also see how we can cooperate with INEC. We are all stakeholders, all Nigerians, and this democracy is dear to all of us. So everything we should do, what we should all do to see how we can do to assist INEC, assist all those who are involved, security agencies, and everybody that is involved in this election, so that we enthrone a credible, peace, free, and credible election come to 23rd and also 9th of March.
Now, the police, where you served for so long, is front and center when it comes to security, securing this movement from this secure place to the polling unit where the materials are to be used, and ensuring that at the end of use they are brought back. How does that work traditionally? How does it work traditionally? You've been involved in this. How does it work?
You see, the police is democracy and police election. Without election, the police is the lead agency that's only charged with issue of election security management. And for general police, being conscious of this, the key role the police has to play in the electoral process, directed, that is Mohamed Adamu, directed that all officers of Nigerian police should be trained in election security management, the capacity to be a belt. And this training was carried in all the 12 zones of the country. I happen to be part of the training, part of those who carry out the training. So I think they've already been well equipped. And he has always emphasized one thing, that Nigerian police is going to be based on professionalism. Officers of Nigerian police, whatever they do, should be based on we're professionals, and all what we do will be based on professional standards. And you should not forget the point is that the police are normally given what they call rules of engagement and code of conduct. And the IG has always emphasized that he said he's going to reinvent. He's going to reinvent and also recreate the lost glory. And that is bent on redeeming the image. And so he's very, very concerned about ensuring that the police can carry out their function in a professional manner and in line with the law and in line with professional standards.
Do you think the number of security personnel deployed for, well, let's not say the 16th, deployed for the 23rd now, do you see them increasing the number, or do you think that the security that is going to be deployed is just right in your experience of this kind of thing?
You see, this is not the first time we are organizing an election in this country. We organized elections in 1999, even before 1999, we organized elections. And so the good thing is that this is what you see, the synergy, the collaboration between the security agencies. The police is the lead agency, but then other security agencies are also involved. Even the military are also involved. And in a police station, what they call levels as access control levels. They have the outer, inner. And maybe the military will be at the outer, the periphery, to ensure that to repel any threat that will probably come to threaten the peace conduct of the election. So we have enough manpower when one officer and men of the various agencies have been mobilized to work along with the police. And I think the IG and other service chiefs have made the necessary adequate plan to ensure that all the polling booths are well secured and ensure that there will be no threat to peace and security throughout the electoral process.